Jai Jinendra, everyone. Nice to see Harshna, Pratul, Purvi, Pushpaben. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining this evening.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra. Pratul, hi.
Fine.
Nice to see you always smiling.
Well, it's a lovely day. So it's good for the garden.
It's a typical British weather. What we
No, it's
normally
good for
have
the
in
gardens,
April,
you know?
we're having it in May, right? So, Jai Jinendra, Reshna, Jai Jinendra, Harshna, Pratul, Purvi, Jai Jinendra, everyone. Welcome. We will begin in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Just waiting for a few more people. Jai Jinendra, everyone. You can all continue staying on mute. We will begin in the next minute or two.
On YouTube. Live on YouTube.
How is everyone? Everybody good?
Yes, we are fine.
Good, that's nice. I don't think there's much outdoor activity we can do this evening. I think it's going to be very much a windy and wet weekend. So it's nice.
Look out of the window and the trees are so green. It's all green. So it looks really nice.
Yes, but not hiking weather or running weather. No. We'll be hiking and running indoors, I think. But that's why we've got these wonderful Jain classes, right? Keeping us busy. Yes. Have we had there are open? Have longer hours, Vinod Bhai, or the same hours?
Same hours, yeah.
You want to just tell everybody what the hours are for the Kenton Derasar, please?
Yes, it would be nice. 10:30 to 12:30.
Okay.
And in the evening, 6:30 to 7:30. Just 1 hour in the evening.
Okay. So I hope you all heard that. Vinod Bhai saying you're welcome to the Kenton Derasar, either in the morning or in the evening. 1 hour in the morning from 10:30 and 1 hour in the evening from 6:30.
2 hours in the morning, 10:30 to 12:30, and one in the evening.
1 hour in the evening, right? So that's great. And that's 7 days a week, right?
Yeah. 7 days a
brilliant.
week.
Brilliant. Welcome, everyone. We have more and more people joining. Right, it's time to begin. So Jai Jinendra, everyone. Welcome to Sri Chanda Vidyapith, Friday Chain School for adult classes. And tonight we have two wonderful teachers, Vinod Bhai Kapashi and Hina Ben Vora. Last week, they explained to us part 1 of this beautiful prayer called Vandanavali. And it's regarding the 5 auspicious events in Arihant's life. So tonight we are going to carry on with part 2. And I believe, Vinod Bhai, if you'd be kind enough to just perhaps do a 5-minute recap after Hina Ben recites the Navka mantra before we begin the second half completely. So may I ask Hina Ben to start with the Navka mantra, please?
Om Namo Arhantanam. Om Namo Sithanam. Arhanto ko naman hai, Shri है। ओम नमो हरियाणम, ओम नमो वज्रायाणम, नमो लोहे सर्वसाहु नम, एसो
This
पंचनमो
part. Okay, this is important.
सर्व पाव प्रणासनो मंगलानं च सर्वेसिं पदमं हवै मंगलम्, पदमं हवै मंगलम्. Jai Jinendra, everybody. Vinod Bhai.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Hinaben.
Thank you.
Over to you, Vinod Bhai. Would you please do a 5-minute recap of last week and then we can continue? I think if you can unmute yourself, Vinod Bhai.
Yeah. If you can show us the slide show very quickly, let's say, yeah. That's right. Thank you. Let's start from slide number 1. Yeah. Right. Jai Jinendra and Pranam, everyone. We began this Arihanta Vandanavali last week. And as I explained, that Arihant is our enlightened beings, our Guru, our real Bhagavant, Supreme Guru, in fact, and the Supreme Lord, the Arihanta Bhagavan. And the Vandanavali is made up of the two different words, Vandan and Avali. That means a series of or row of Vandan. The procedure when we bow down and when we do it continuously, again and again and again, we can call it Vandanavali. Right. And this one was originally written in a Prakrit language by an unknown Acharya, but it has been translated into Gujarati by Sri Chandulal Sankarchand Shah in 1963. Right. So we won't go into the history of the author or the poet and everything, you know. Let's see now how these gathas are arranged. The Panch Kalyanak of Tirthankar Bhagwans have been described in all these 49 gathas. And you can see how this has been arranged. Gatha number 1 describes, narrates Chevan Kalyanak, 2 to 6 Birth Kalyanak, 16 to 28 Diksha Kalyanak, 29 to 38 Keval Gyan Kalyanak, and 40 to 45 Nirvana Kalyanak. So we have done up to 11 gathas. So let's begin number 12. That will be slide number 15 or so. Yeah, one more. Yeah, more.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the one. We start from this point. Uh,
Can I ask everyone, please, to stay on mute so that we can enjoy this presentation? Please, everyone stay on mute. Thank you, Vinod Bhai.
thank you. Is Asha Ben here? Is she going to say what? What is the final thing you are doing?
Okay, I will start, Vinod Bhai. I'm not sure if she's there.
Okay, all right.
मैथुन परिशहरहित जे नंदता निज भावमा जे भोग कर्म निवारवा विवाह कंकण धारता ने ब्रह्मचर्य तनु जगाव्यो नाद चैनी विश्वमा एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome Asha Ben as well. So it's your turn next time, Asha Ben. We've got you on camera now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hina Ben. Over to you, Vinod Bhai.
Right. You are in the meeting hosted by as you can see here, after every gatha, in each and every gatha, the last line is Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchang Bhave Hu Namo. This is the fourth line in each and every gatha. And it's quite. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So, describing about Arihant's life, what is happening once he gets married or just before he gets married, what happens? This is all before the Diksha Kalyanak, before he became a monk. What was happening? Maithuna parijati rahit je nandata nij bhavama ne bhog karma nivarva vivha kankana dharata ne brahmacharya tano jagavyo nad jene vishwama eva prabhu arihantane panchang bhave hunam. Maithun parisahati rahit je nandata nij bhavama. Nandata nij bhavama means he himself was happy within his soul, within whatever he was contemplating, he was quite happy. He was very cool and he had no difficulty in conquering the sexual urge. But je bhog karma nivarva viha kankana dharata. But this was written in his destiny. Bhog karma. So, to get rid of this bhog karma nivarva vivaha kankana dharata, he gets married. Ne brahmacharya tano jagavyo nat jane vishwama. Even when he was married, he was observing celibacy within the limits of a householder, a married person. Net brahmacharya, that is celibacy. Ne brahmacharya tano jagavyo nada jane vishwama. He propagated the philosophy of celibacy. Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchanga Bhave Hunam. This is how we bow down to our Lord. And Eva, he was like that. Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchanga Bhave Hunam. I would like to bow down to him with feelings of Panchanga bhav, as if I'm using 2 hands, 2 legs, and my head. These 5 things called Panchanga bhav. So I wouldn't spend any more time, because we have got 49 gathas to cover. Not, of course, all today, but still there are quite a few. We'll try to cover it today. So let's move on, please. Next slide, please. મૂર્છા નથી પામ્યા. ચાલો સિંગિંગ કરીએ.
મૂર્છા નથી પામ્યા મનુજના પાંચ ભેદે ભોગમાં ઉત્કૃષ્ટ જેની રાજનીતિથી પ્રજા સુખ ચેનમાં વળી શુદ્ધ અધ્યવસાયથી છે લીન છે નિજ ભાવમાં એવા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે મારા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે.
Thank you. મૂર્છા નથી પામતા, મૂર્છા નથી પામ્યા મનુજના 5 ભેદે ભોગમાં. There are 5 different types of bhog. 5 ભેદે ભોગમાં. Bhog means whatever we enjoy in our life, or even whatever we consume, whatever we do, not necessarily enjoy all the time, but these are bhog. Our food intake, our intake of liquid, other things. And એમાં શું થાય છે? મૂર્છા નથી પામ્યા. Arihant did not get involved in these things. He wasn't real, he didn't get lost in all these things, in the mundane, worldly attractions or anything. Murcha nathi pamya. He had no illusion about this. Semanotu in a 5 ભેદે ભોગમાં. All types of vogues, consumptions, enjoyments, other things. He didn't care about all these things. ઉત્કૃષ્ટ જેની રાજ્ય નીતિથી પ્રજા સુખ ચેનમાં. But he ruled his own kingdom with greatest of sincerity and greatest of honesty. ઉત્કૃષ્ટ રાજનીતિથી પ્રજા સુખ ચેનમાં. His subjects were living happily. પ્રજા વહી શુદ્ધ અધ્યવસાયથી જે લીન છે નિજ ભાવમાં. Again, he was married, he was a ruler, and he was doing his worldly duties, but still શુદ્ધ અધ્યવસાયથી, with pure heart, pure thinking, and always remaining in meditation. જે લીન છે નિજ ભાવમાં. He was within his own self. He was always meditating and always in that sort of posture, that sort of dhyan, that I am pure soul. That was his continuous dhyan, continuous meditation. એવા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે હું. So this was our Lord, and I would like to bow down to him. Right, next slide, please. પામ્યા, ચાલો સિંગ કરો.
પામ્યા સ્વયં સંભૂત પદ જે सहजवर विरागवन ने देवलोकांतिक गणी भक्ति थकी करता नमन जिने नमी कृतार्थ बनता चार गति ना जीव गण एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे नमो मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे नमो
Pamya Swayam Sambuddha Pad. Swayam is all by himself. There were teachers there, but he really didn't need any teacher. Swayam Sambuddha, he attained all his knowledge just by himself, by his own inner strength. And of course, he had 3 knowledges when he was born. And he got the 4th one after he attained Diksha, but that will come later on. He attained the pure knowledge. Pamya Swayam Sambuddha Padje Sahaj par Viragvant. Because how he was Viragvant, he was detached. Imagine, there's something we can learn from here. A king who rules his country, who does all his duties, he is married to, everything he has to look after the treasury, army, and people. But he was Viragavant, he was detached. Ne Dev Lokantik Ghani Bhakti Thaki Karta Nam. At that time, Lokantik Dev used to come and they were worshipping him. Lokantik Dev. Who are these Lokantik Dev? Lokantik Dev are the Devs, semi-gods, who live just below the Siddhasila, within the 14 universe. If you can see the diagram, if you can visualize this, Chaudrajalok, on top of Chaudrajalok, but below Siddhasila. That's where this Lokantik Dev reside. And they used to come and bow down to him. So that is why I said, Ne Lokantik Gani Bhakti Thaki Karta Naman. Jene Nami Krutartha Banta Char Gati Na Jeev Gan. And Char Gati Na Jeev means all the different types of living beings. Dev, Manushya, Narki, and Tiryanch, all sorts of living beings in this universe. They were also worshipping him and they felt very happy. Krutarth Panda. And all 4 gatis feel blessed while they bow down. So I pay my homage with 5 limbs, namaskar, and joyful emotions. Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchanga Bhave Hunam again. Now, next, please.
आवो पधारो इष्ट वस्तु पामवानर नारियो ए घोषणाथी अर्पता संवत्सरिक मानानने ने छेदता दारिद्र सौनु दान नाम महाप्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे नमो मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे नमो.
Lovely. Right. We can see this word here on the second line. A ghoshana thi arpata. Ghoshana is a proclamation. You know, when his men were going in the town and say that, oh, people of the town, please come and accept whatever you want, whatever is your favorite things. Avo padharo, please come. Avo padharo. And what you do? Ishta vastu. Ishta means whatever is our favorite. The things we like is ishta vastu. Pamavar nar nariyo. Nar nariyo. Nar means men and nari means women. That means men and women of the city, please come and take whatever you want. And that was the Ghoshana, proclamation by Arihant. Why he was doing that? Because that was his sort of a ritual. Samvatsarik Mahadanane. Just before, a year before, or a little bit more, when Tirthankar wants to take a Diksha, he starts giving all his wealth, his jewelry, and everything. And that Dan is called Mahadan, great charity. And why it is called Samvatsari? It's an annual. It goes on for the whole year. Every day he gives away things, his wealth, his money, jewelry, as I said, yeah. Ne chedta daridra sahunu danana mahakalpathi. Ne chedta daridra sahunu. Daridra means poverty. So that's how he was helping people in their poverty. So they wouldn't remain poor all their life. Danana mahakalpathi. Because of this great project of doing charity, he was able to remove the poverty of all those poor people in the town. Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchang Bhave Hunu. A dan, dan. There are different types of dan, of course. Annadan means giving food. Vastradan, giving clothes. And Asridan, providing shelter. So these are the dan. These are the different types of charities. Next, please.
अभिषेक जेनो योजता इंद्रो मणि शिविका स्वरूप विमान विराजता भगवंत श्री अशोक पुण्य तिलक चंपा वृक्ष शोभित वन मही एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
Okay. Dikshatano Abhisheka Jano Yojita Indromari. The time is coming nearer. The time to take Diksha. The time to leave everything and go. that day was coming nearer. And when the day came, all the Indras, they arranged the whole ceremony. Dikshatano Abhisheka Jano Yojata Indro Moy. The Indras, they arranged the last Abhishek bathing ceremony for Lord before Diksha. And this Abhishek is not just bathing ceremony, because the Abhishek has got the whole procedure, the whole event here. That's how we have to interpret Abhishek. Sibika Swarupa Vimanma. And he took his seat in the Viman, in the aeroplane. But that Viman looked like a Shibika, palanquin. So you can see here, that's a Viman in the picture, but it again looks like a palki, palanquin as well, and it's also called Shibika. And all the devs and the people of the town and people of the army, relatives, they are all going in the procession. Where did they go? In a one forest. That forest had Ashoka, Punnaga, Tilaka, Champa. These are the names of the trees. આવા બધા ટ્રીઝ જ્યાં હતા એવા વનમાં, એવા ફોરેસ્ટમાં, એવા જંગલમાં they took him there. So that's how the procession was going. Diksha procession. એવા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે હું નમું. આપણે ઇમેજિન કરીએ કે પ્રોસેશન કેવું હશે. Very beautiful, very magnificent, and still full of divine vibrations were there. Eva procession ma Arihant Prabhu is going, he is seated in a Viman or palanquin, and they carrying him there towards the jungle, the little forest, the outskirts of the town. And that's where he is going to perform, he is going to take his Diksha. Right, next please.
वज्रधर इंद्रे रचेला भव्य आसन उपरे बेसी अलंकारो त्यजे दीक्षा समय भगवंत जे पंचमुष्टि लोज करता केश विभु निज कर वड़े एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे नमः. मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे नमः.
Very nice. So you can see here, as soon as they reach the forest, and you can see Bhagwan standing under a tree. Right. So what he's doing? Sri Vajradhar Indre Rachela Bhavya Asana Upare. There is asan, a seat. He comes on that seat first. And that seat, that asan, who made this? Vajradhar Indra. The Indra, whose weapon was Vajra, thunderbolt. The hardest thing in the universe is Vajra. And the Indra, the one who carries this Vajra, is that Indra. So he places this asana, this bathak, the seat, That's where Bhagwan comes first. And એના ઉપર બેસીને અલંકારો તજે, અલંકાર, jewelry, taking of all his jewelry, whatever he was wearing, he takes off one by one. That is the દીક્ષાનો સમય આવી ગયો છે. જે પંચમુષ્ટિ લોચ કરતા, and after that, what he does, you can see in the picture. Panchamushti loch. Panch is 5, mushti is mukti, and loch means to pull out your own hair. Loch. So Panchamushti loch. He does this 5 times. Plucks again, 4, another with his fist. So, જે પંચમુષ્ટિ લોચ કરતા કેશ વિભુ નિજ કર વડે, એ પોતાના હાથથી કર વડે, કેશ means hair. એવા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે હું નમું છું. Right? તો આજે they get rid of all the jewelry, all possessions, all valuable things, everything, but even the beautiful, lovely hair, એ પણ કાઢી નાખે છે. Right. Can we have the next, please?
लोकाग्रगत भगवंत सर्वे सिद्धने वंदन करे सावध्य सगड़ा पाप योगो न करे पचखाणने जे ज्ञान दर्शन ने महा चारित्र रत्न त्रयी ग्रहे एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
You can see here, Bhagwan has taken Diksha, he has become monk, he has given up everything. So Bhagwan bows down to all the Siddhas who reside at the top of the universe. He takes the Pachkhan, vows, and renounces all sinful activities. So when you take Diksha, you are supposed to take Pachkhan, Pratyakhan, a vow to refrain from doing all those things. Which are those things? Sinful activities. So he takes the vows and renounces all sinful activities. He accepts the path of 3 jewels. 3 jewels kya che? Gyan, darshan ne mahacharitra. Gnan, darshan and charitra. Samyak gyan, samyak darshan, samyak charitra. These are the 3 jewels. Ratna, Trayi. Ratna means jewel, Trayi means 3. Grahe, he accepts these things. So he gives up all his worldly possessions. He bows down to the Siddha, and he accepts the vows of Pachkhan, and he accepts 3 darshana, 3 jewels, Gnan, Darshan and Charitra. That's how my Lord Arihanta Prabhu is. So, and I bow down to that Arihanta Prabhu. Yeah, next please.
निर्मल विपुलमति मनः पारवनान सहजे दीपता जे पंच समिति गुप्ति त्रयनी रय દશ ભેદથી જે શ્રમણ સુંદર ધર્મનું પાલન કરે એવા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે હું નમું મારા પ્રભુ અરિહંતને પંચાંગ ભાવે હું નમું.
Right. Again, you can see in this picture, there's nothing. But he looks very handsome. He has got divine pudgals all around him. And the certain radiance, even you can see hello, Abhamandal. So that's how Bhagwan is. Bhagwan now, with his top quality, pure telepathic knowledge, mana paryav gnan. That gnan is called mana paryav gnan. He attains the fourth knowledge when he takes the diksha. And that fourth knowledge is called mana paryav gyan. So, Deepta, he looks so nice, so bright, radiant because of that knowledge. Vai pancha samiti guptatrayi, guptitrayi. Pancha samiti, 5 સમિતિ હોય અને 3 ગુપ્તી હોય. 5 સમિતિ કઈ છે કે આપણે ઈરિયા સમિતિ, ભાષા સમિતિ, એવી 5 સમિતિ હોય. You take care when you are walking, that's iriya samiti. You take care when you are speaking, bhasha samiti. Ishna samiti, utsarga samiti, parishthapnika samiti. There are 5 different types of rules of conduct. These are called 5 samiti. And 3 gupti. 3 gupti. 3 types of strong controls. You control everything by your mind, by your words, by your deeds. And you do observe all the principles of Jain Dharma by mind, words and deed. આપણે કહે છે મનથી, વચનથી અને કાયાથી અહિંસાનું પાલન કરવાનું. એટલે 5 સમિતિ, 5 samitis and 3 guptis. These are collectively called Ashta Pravachan Mata in Jain religion. Ashta Pravachan Mata કહેવાય છે. તો here is a good imagination, good comparison has been given. Pancha Samiti Gupti Trayani Rayan Mara Dharta. He wasn't wearing any garland or any necklace, but the only necklace, imaginary, only necklace he was wearing was the necklace of this Pancha Samiti and 3 Gupti. So it's very nicely described. દસ ભેદથી જે શ્રમણ સુંદર ધર્મનું પાલન કરે. And in 10 different ways, he was observing the principles of the Jain religion. Now 10 rules of the Shraman path. Digambar Sampradayama, after Parishana, they observe 10 Lakshana Parva. And in that Parva, in that festival, they observe, they follow and they worship those 10 virtues. So this is called 10 rules of Shraman path. So, દસ ભેદથી જે શ્રમણ સુંદર ધર્મનું પાલન કરે. He was doing all sorts of dharmic kriya by observing those 10 basic, fundamental, but very important virtues. So next, please. Yeah.
कर कमलना पत्रनी भांति नहीं ले पाए जे ने जीवनी मापक प्रतिहत वर्गति विचरे आकाशनी जिम निरालंबन गुण थकी जे उपता ये वा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हुन्नम मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हुन्नम.
Okay. So, Arihanta Prabhu, who does not get stained like the lotus leaf. Have you seen the lotus flower and the leaves and the petals, you know? Pavapuri is one place when we go to India, where Bhagavan Mahavir Swami attained Nirvana. There are quite a few beautiful lotus there, hundreds probably. And these lotus, if you see minutely, the water is not very clean and nice. Most of the time it is dirty. But the lotus itself is very beautiful, shiny. And the leaf of a lotus, any lotus you can see, leaf of a lotus, that lotus will have no stain. That leaf itself will be again nice and clean. Here, this is a good comparison. It doesn't matter where you are living. It doesn't matter about the surroundings. If there are not good people around you, if there are no good things around you, but you should live like that petal of lotus. That leaf, that petal, that thing will always remain clean, nice, unstained. So Bhagavan was like that. And the one who keeps moving like the uncontrollable and independent soul, he shines with the virtue of independence, just like the sky, as the sky does not need support. To such Lord Arihant, I pay my homage with 5 limbs namaskar and joyful emotions. Next, please. I think I'll do the last one here.
अस्खलित वायु समूहनी जेन जे निर्बंध छे संगो पितांगो पांग जेना गुप्त इंद्रिय देह छे निसंगताय विहंगशी जेनो अमूलक गुण छे एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हुन्नम मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हुन्नम.
Beautiful. So how he was traveling from a place to place? He travels without any attachment or tie like air, which flows continuously and freely. See, our sadhus, our monks, that's why they are not supposed to stay at one place for a longer period. Because if you stay at any one place for a long time, you get attached to that place. You get attached to that surroundings. You make friends there. And then Your attachment binds you. These are your karmas. So he traveled without any attachment or without any tie. His limbs and subsidiary limbs are fully controlled. See the original word? Sangopita. Sangopita is control. Ango. Anga means limbs. Upanga, subsidiary limbs. So everything were under his control. And he has absolute virtues like a bird who has no companion to such, not arrogant. Nisangata vihangasi jeno amul punche. Vihang means bird. Nisangata, bird traveling alone, that bird. Nisangata vihangasi jena amulak gunche. He was like that bird, not attached. And he was going from a place to place, without anyone binding him, without any temptation. Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchanga Bhave Hunamo. So I would like to bow down such a Lord, Arihant Bhagwan. So, Hinaben,
Thank
sorry,
you.
tame kari nakho.
Thank you, Vinod Bhai. Thank you. Ashabit, next one, you can sing, please.
खड्गी तणावर शृंग जेवा भाव थी एकाकी जे पारण्य पंखी सारिका गुणगान अप्रमत्त छे व्रत भार वहतावर वृषभनी जेम जे समर्थ जे एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हूनम मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हूनम.
Okay, so here the poet is still keep on praising Lord with all beautiful virtues. Now the first line it says Khadgi Tanavara Shrunga Jiva Bhavati Khadgi. Khadgi means the highest peak of the mountain which stands alone, and around there is so much dirt and so much water and everything, but it stands strong. Just the same way Lord is standing strong. Bhavi Ekanki Jit. He is so strong within himself that he stands like that that peak of the mountain. And then Bharanda Pankhi Sarikha Gunavanane Apramattachi. Bharanda. As you can see in the picture, the bird has got two face, two neck, yeah, and he's called Bharanda, and is so sharp. Why has he got two neck, two head? Is with one head he is always looking out for the food, but with the other one he's looking out that if somebody is going to kill him or anything. So he is very sharp. He's very apramat, like he's eating at the same time he's looking out that nobody is trying to kill him. So Lord is the same. He is so sharp in everything. And Vratabharavayatavara Vrushabani, here is compared, Lord is compared with the bull, that how bull can carry such a heavy load. In the same way, Lord is carrying the load of tap, that Bhagwan is doing so much tap, and he still is all active. So here he's been compared with Bharan Pakshi, bull, and the Khadgi Tana, Khadgi. And somewhere I have read Khadgi also means that there is this rhino. Rhino has one horn, so it's got a huge body, but it's got just one horn, which stands alone, and that is how Lord is. Next one.
Yes, Hinaben, Shrung means horn. Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, I missed it, Vinod Bhai.
Yes, કઈ નહીં સોરી કે છે ને વર શૃંગ ખડગી તણા વર શૃંગ શૃંગ એટલે જેને ગુજરાતીમાં શિંગડું કહીએ છીએ ને હોર્ન શૃંગ એટલા માટે યુ આર રાઈટ કે ખડગી તણા વર શૃંગ જેવા એટલે ખડગી લાઈક એ રાઇનો શૃંગ is શિંગડું.
So two places I did two different things, but you
okay, no, it's very nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Next one, please, Asha Ben.
शूरवीर जय जय सिंह समनिर्भय बड़ी गंभीरता सागर समी जे नारदय छेवरी जेना स्वभावे सौम्यता छे पूर्णिमाना चंद्रनी एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
So here, Kunjar means elephant, and Lord is still being compared with all his virtues to the first one is elephant, that his bravery is like elephant, and then he is fearless. So he is also compared with the lion, how lion is fearless. So seeing her summon Nirbhaivadi, so that means he is fearless like lion. Gambhirata sagar sami jinaradayanevadi. So he is his heart's depth is like that of any ocean. Yes. And then Jenaswabhave Somyata Che Purnimana Chandrani. He's also very calm and equable, just like the full moon. Eva Prabhu Arihantani. So here, you know, in the lotus part, we always say, Chande Sunimlara Aichesu Ayam Payasera Sagar Vargampira Siddha Siddhi Mamadisantu. So Lord is again compared with all these like lion, elephant, and also the same way with moon, and that is how the poet is continuing to compare his virtues. Next one, please, Asha Ben.
आकाश भूषण सूर्य जेवा दीपता तप तेज थी बड़ी पूरता दिगंत ने करुणा उपेक्षा मैत्री थी सरखावता जे विश्व ने मुदिता तड़ा संदेश थी एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
So just as the sun shines in the whole of the sky, you know, it looks so beautiful when it's shining. Same way, Varipurata. So same way, Lord is also shining with his austerity, and it fills up the universe. Varipurata digantane. Digant means universe, yeah. And fills up the universe with compassion, that is karuna, upeksha, neutrality, and friendship. That is what he is teaching. So he has taught us all these, and that is why he also shines just like the sun. Harakhavata je vishwane muditana sandesati. So, and also he makes the whole world happy with the message of pramod, that is pure joy. You know, like we always say, muditatana, એટલે કે પ્રમોદ ભાવ, be happy, and that is how he makes the whole world very happy. Next one, please, Asha.
शरद ऋतुना जल समान निर्मल मनोभावो बड़े उपकार काज विहार करता जे विभिन्न स्थलों विषय जिनी सहन शक्ति समीपे पृथ्वी पर झांकी पड़े एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
So now the poet is now he is looking into Lord's inner strength. Okay, so with his pure thoughts, just like the water of autumn. Why is it been compared with water of autumn? Is much cleaner. That is, and that's how Lord is. With his Sukla Dhyan, his Man Yog has become so much purer. He travels about different places for the benefit of mankind. So that is his Kaya. His mind, his man has become so much pure that whatever is happening to his body is not, is like he has totally detached his body and his mind. And that is why he keeps on traveling. And compared to the earth's forbearance, he, in the same way, his forbearance is much, much higher. As you can see, his body, he walks in such a rough places and walks among so many different atmosphere and all that, but he is still the same. He has no sorrow or nothing. And also he's he's so much, so that's how his forbearance is so much higher. Also he's giving he becomes very independent and involves in auspicious acts only. That's why the auspicious body of Lord with the divine vow becomes the reason to travel for the welfare of mankind as well as God's, and joyous mankind and devas exhibit their bhakti yoga. So everybody also welcomes him with their, because they have such a high thoughts about Lord. So here man yoga, kaya yoga of Lord, and bhakti yoga of all the devotees. Yeah. So next one, please, Asha.
પ્રભુ પુણ્યનો જ્યાં ઉદય છે સ્વાભાવિકના દ્વાર પાવન કરે ભગવંત નિજ તપ છઠ અઠમ પારણે સ્વીકારતા હાર બેતા ક્લેશ દોષ વિહીન જે એવા પ્રભુ અરિહંત ને પંચાંગ ભાવે મારા પ્રભુ અરિહંત ને પંચાંગ ભાવે.
So here, Lord, like it says, Bahu Punyano Jya Udaya Che, Eva Bhavikana Dwarane. Lord arrives at the devotee's door whose virtuous deeds have come to fruition to break his fast. You know how he has been fasting, so long fasting, and he comes to those who whose punya has come to fruition, and pavan kare and સ્વીકારતા આહાર 42 દોષ વિહીન જે. So આપણે કહીએ ને કે 42 દોષ વિનાની ગોચરી they do. So he accepts that 42 dose vihin gochari, and that's how he makes the those of his devotees feel happy. Now, punya karma and pap karma. Punya karma, when you bind punya karma, if you have selfish motives, then of course, when those punya karma comes to the fruition, it is always going to be selfish reasons. But when you have not bound those punya karma with, like if you have done all the good work for other people, and that's how you have bound the punya karma, then when that comes to fruition, again you are going to do good deeds as well. Thank you, Asharan. Next one, please.
वास मास श्रवण समातप आकरा तपता विभु वीरासनादियासने स्थिरता धरे जगना प्रभु 22 बरिस ने सहनता खूब जे अद्भुत विभु एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग पावे मारा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे.
So here it says, Upavas mas chaman sama tapa akara tapta vidu. What does Lord do? He not only he's fasting, but he is doing the asan, and asan is the position of the body, which is very, very important in most of our Indian religions. Yeah. So Lord is also, and that is why do they do that? To train the body. And also he is Bhavis Parisahane Sahanta. So 22 adverse situations. Now these adverse situations, they don't know offhand if they are going to come through those, but when it does, like very, very hot, very, very cold, and so many different situations that once they have taken the Diksha, then they come across all those situations and they still have to bear those. And all those 22 adverse situations are there in Uttarajan Sutra. There is a special chapter, and that is what Lord is doing. So it is very important during the Samayik also that we follow the asana. And sometimes I feel all this, Lord already knew all this, but this is for to give us and give the Muni to the information that how to follow this path. That is how I feel. Varshaben, is it
Yes.
time that we should stop? Is there any questions?
Absolutely fantastic. I was just about to say it's time to conclude because we have quite a few announcements to make this evening. So can I ask the audience if there are any questions from tonight's presentation? Please, can you put it forward to Vinod Bhai and Hina Ben?
Okay, I have a question, Varsha, please.
Yes, please go ahead, Sandeep Bhai.
In fact, I have two questions. One is, why are Panch Samiti and Tran Gupti called Ashta Pravachan Mata? And secondly, is Panch Mushti Loch. What is the significance? Why 5 Mushti Loch? Why not 6? Why not 4?
Sorry. Vinod Bhai, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here. Yeah.
Tamil is okay.
Okay. This Panch Samiti Trigupti. Total are 8, of course. And Pravachan Mata. During that time, Pravachan didn't mean lecture. Pravachan Mata means something you take vows of, something you are supposed to observe. And these 8 were like your mother. The fundamental vows, the fundamental things you are supposed to do. Tri Gupti, is restraint, Man, Vachan, and Kayana, and 5 gun. For any sadhu, especially for sadhu, this Pancha Samiti is very useful and very important. How you walk, how you accept food, how you discard your things, how you speak. These are the 5 different samitis. Of course, it's important for us as well, because they're very, very good ones, how we speak and everything. But so that's why they used to call Ashta Pravachan Mata. They are looking after you. They are like your mother. That is why they call Ashta Pravachan Mata. And the second was, what was it here, please?
Panchmushti Loch.
Panchmushti
Kem 5
Loch,
ke,
yes.
kem 4 nahi ke, kem 6 nahi.
That's a very good question. Maybe Hina Ben will say a little bit more. But Panchmushti, you are supposed to pluck all your hair out in as few mushtis as possible. થોડી માચ કરી નાખવાનું, કઈ 20 કે 25, 20, 25 ની. Right? Of course, it's very painful, but that's where they used to do. And some Tirthankar did only 4 mushti loch. So I don't think that question why not more than 5 or why not less than 5. There's no significance in that as far as I know. Of course, one can always interpret afterward why it was 5. But as far as I know, yeah.
The other reason I know is Panchamushti Lodge is like, you know, when we want to, like the farmer, when they want to sow the seeds, they of course have to clean up their whole field, isn't it, before they sow the new seeds, right? In the same way, they believe that this is from the like they are finishing that sansari life and now they have taken diksha, so they are starting totally new life, and that is why they have to, even the hair, they have to clean it up, everything, and they don't want to carry anything of that sansari life. That's what I read, and that is why Panchmushti Lodge, that they want to start all over again.
Thank you very much, Vinod Bhai and Hina Ben. Thank you.
So there are 2 other questions, Vinod Bhai and Hina Ben. One is, somebody has written here, were all Arihants married? And the second question is, will all future Arihants in the next Chovishi go through the same process and will have the same characters and virtues?
Okay.
Vinod Bhai, you unmute yourself.
Sorry, what is the first question?
Were all Arihants married?
Were they all married? I'm not sure, Vinod Bhai, do you know about this?
Yeah. All Tirthankaras, well, almost all were married, but not all. And Arihant, certainly not. Not all Arihant. Arihant means the enlightened beings, the one who has destroyed his ghati karmas. But all Arihants are not Tirthankar. See, that's the main difference. Tirthankar is the one who establishes a tirth, 4-fold religion, Sravak, Sravika, Sadhu, Sadhvis thing, tirth is called Tirthankar. So all Arihants, you know, there are many Arihants. Those who have attained Kevalgyan, they are all Arihants. Yeah. And the second one was,
will all future Arihants in the next Chovishi go through the same process and will have the same characters and virtues?
All Tirthankars will go through the same process and same virtues. All Tirthankars are of course Arihants, but all Arihants are not Tirthankars. Yeah. Of course, in general term, and nowadays it's very loose term, that Arihant means, a lot of people think Arihant means Tirthankar, but that's different thing. Yeah.
તો વિનોદભાઈ રીટા બોલું.
હા.
જય જીનેન્દ્ર. તો આમાં આપણે અરિહંત વંદન વાલી છે બધા. અહીંયા તો આપણે તીર્થંકર ભગવાનની જ વાત કરીએ છીએ ને.
પણ જેમ મેં કહ્યું ને એવી રીતે એકચ્યુઅલી વંદના વલી એમ છે નામ, પણ ધેટ્સ ઓકે. એમાં એઝ આઈ સેડ કે બધા જનરલી છે તીર્થંકરની જ વાત આવે છે, પણ નામ શું રાખ્યું છે અરિહંત, કારણ કે તીર્થંકર્સ વેર અરિહંત એનીવે, એટલે અરિહંતને વંદન છે. નથિંગ રોંગ.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, any more questions? Otherwise, I have to move on because we're running out of time. There are some important announcements I will want to make before we do the last prayer. So the first thing I want to say that Virayathan is doing some amazing work in India. And there are two important projects that they are currently working on in terms of the COVID relief. One is that they've identified immediate help is needed in parts of Bihar, Kutch, and Palitan. And the ways they are supporting there is by supporting the rural hospitals by supplying oxygen concentrators there. Secondly, by supporting people infected with COVID to manage at home by distributing medical kits to householders, like thermometers, masks, hand sanitizers, etc. Thirdly, they are supporting people by providing food kits. So those are the three things that they are helping in parts of Bihar, Kutch, and Palidana. On top of that, there's a second major project happening in Ahmedabad, which I also mentioned last week. So Virayathan has extended its efforts to further alleviate the sorrow and hardships by people of Ahmedabad. And they're feeding hundreds and hundreds of people by providing fresh and nutritious meals, hot meals, and it's delivered twice daily to those in need. So to not only talk to you about this relief work that's happening, but I think it's vital that you see this short video we're about to put up and actually visualize and see for yourself what is happening. So may I please ask Nilesh to put this video up. Nilesh and Jitendra, one of you, can you start the video, please? Is that possible? Just bear with us for 1 second. So that's the GoFund page, which in UK we have launched. So you are welcome to donate here in the UK. And as you can see, we've already raised over £3,000, and the goal is to raise 10,000. So do please use this easy method as well to donate to Virayathan. And I think the video should be playing very shortly, if I'm right. Can we try again? Jitendra and Nilesh, can we try again to play the video, please, to show everyone?
Sorry,
Okay.
technical issues there, not working.
No problem whatsoever. Okay, let's continue with the rest of the announcement and we'll come back to the video if that works. And there is also a link on the chat which takes you to the YouTube video as well, and you can copy paste it and have a look at yourself as well in your own spare time. So as I mentioned, Virayathan is doing those two projects, and on top of that you have the GoFund page which you just looked at, and you can donate to that as well. Here's the Gujarati poster talking about the COVID relief which Acharya Shri has launched. Yeah, and is the video about to play? I think we're trying. Can we have the volume up, please, Jitendra and Dilesh? Any chance of volume, please?
You needed to share the volume from Zoom.
Okay, carry on. I think the visual pictures are saying a lot of things as well. Sometimes the photographs can speak 1,000 words, as they say. So do carry on with the video, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for that. My sincere apologies, we couldn't get the sound working, but I hope that you got a gist of the kind of work that Viraitan is doing in Gujarat and in Bihar. So the next announcement, 23rd of May, this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. One Jain is presenting update on COVID. There is a poster that's circulating at the moment, and the very powerful talk this Sunday is going to cover the various vaccines and the variants that are currently in circulation, clotting taking place, and how to deal with clotting in patients, and long COVID. On top of that, they're also going to discuss India update and travel. So please do join in this Sunday at 8 p.m. On update on COVID and what's happening in the UK as well as India. And that's the One Jain health initiative. Finally, can I ask if Rasila Ben, are you on? Are you still there, or have I lost you? Rasila Ben, are you there? Anyway, I hope Rasila Ben, you are around. And if so, we wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful day with your family and have a fantastic evening. And the whole weekend is ahead to enjoy. So lots of love and best wishes from the whole Viratan family to you, Rasila, then many happy returns of the day. So we finally conclude tonight with the Manglik, and I will ask Hinaben to recite the Manglik, please.
Varsha, before we say the Manglik, tomorrow is Rita Ben's birthday, so maybe we should also greet her in advance.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's fantastic news. Wow, two birthdays, two very powerful ladies in our lives, Rasila Ben and Rita Ben. Amazing. So Rita Ben, lots of love, wishing you lots of good health and happiness. Many happy returns early on for your birthday tomorrow. And we will definitely come over to you tomorrow, no matter how hard it's raining, for some cake. Yes, let Bakul Bhai know. So can I please ask everyone to unmute and wish both Rasila Ben and Rita Ben happy birthday. All of you,
Happy
please unmute.
birthday to you
Happy
both.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Raven.
Raven and Rasila Ben.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Rita Ben.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Yeah. And Rasila, yeah. And I also wanted to, whilst I'm here, just wanted to let you know that we have teachers, Viratan teachers from India, Kenya, and UK who are participating in the Jaina competition. It's a quiz competition, and the competition actually starts tomorrow. And so it's on Saturday tomorrow and the day after, and then the final one on 30th. So we've got 4 teachers from UK who are participating.
Wish you all a very good luck, Rita Ben, and we've been working very hard.
Rita
Everyone, yes. So we've got
Ben, best of luck to all the 4 teachers.
Yeah, so we've got Rajiv Bhai, Jigna Ben, Reshna Ben, and then myself. So.
Oh, well done. Go
All
for
the
it.
best to all of
All
you.
the best. Thank you so much,
Good
Rita.
luck.
And have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, everyone. Next week, we will continue and end. That will be the third and the last part of this presentation, which Hina Ben and Vinod Bhai will continue next week. And after that, I believe we have half term. So we will all see you next week. Thank you so much for joining. Over to you, Hina Ben, for the Manglik.
Chittari Mangalam, Arhanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sahu Mangalam, Kevali Panato Tamo Mangalam, Chittari Lokuttama, Arhanta Lokuttama, Siddha Lokuttama, Sahu Lokuttama, Kevali Panato Tamo Lokuttamo, Chattari Sharanam Pavachami, Arhante Sharanam Pavachami, Site Sharanam Pavachami, Sahu Sharanam Pavachami, Kevali Panato Tamo Sharanam Pavachami. Thank you, everybody. Jai Jinendra.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Vinod Bhai and Hina Ben, for teaching us so much this evening. And we'll all see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. And Michami Dukuram. Good evening. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
Asabin, thank you very much for beautiful singing.
Absolutely. The whole team, fantastic. Asha Ben, couldn't do it without you. Very sweet.
Thank you.
And the technical team every week who is helping us. Thank you, Jitendra Bhai, and especially Nilesh Bhai. Thank you so much. See you soon. See you all next week. Bye.
Sorry, what should I? My screen is frozen. I can't share anything. So
No, no problem. Don't worry about it. It happens sometimes.
I think Jitendra tried playing it, but I think he probably forgot to click the sound on it. So never mind.
That's okay. We can play it again next week. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right. So when are we going to do this coffee? By the sounds of it, in the next 10 years or something.
I give up.